Alrighty. How tall are you? And do you play basketball? This is how people have broken the ice with me for the last 32 years. So this is how I will break the ice with you all this afternoon. So I'm 6'7", and yes, I did play basketball. But let me back up, as I usually have to do with others. My name is John Bailey. I was born in Auburn, Alabama, which is why I'm wearing this shirt today. But I really grew up in Blacksburg, Virginia. I've lived in 8 different states, to include Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland, and of course now, California. Growing up, I was always taller than everyone else. So basketball was a natural fit. You could say I developed a keen interest. I played from the time that I was in 7th grade until high school, at which time I was offered 5 Division I full scholarship offers to play in college, and I chose to go to the Naval Academy. I graduated from the Naval Academy in 2009 and commissioned as a 2nd lieutenant, and later became a logistics officer in the Marine Corps. So since 2009, I've served at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, with 8th Marine Regiment. Been on recruiting duty at Recruiting Station Montgomery, Alabama. I was a student at the Expeditionary Warfare School for a year, and then went back to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, where I served with Marine Special Operations Command. During that time, I deployed to Afghanistan from January of 2011 until January of 2012. I was deployed for 364 days. And then to Somalia from October of 2018 until April of this year. And now I'm currently a student in the modeling and simulation program. I have no idea what that is. I look forward to learning more about that over the next couple of years. This wouldn't be an icebreaker without talking about my better half, my wife, Mary. She is usually a pediatric intensive care unit nurse. She's working now at the Monterey Surgical Center. And she's also currently going to nurse practitioner school. She was a much better athlete than me in college, surprisingly. She is a 3-time national champion swimmer. And so we don't have any kids yet, but when we do, I think we'll be hoping for the Olympics. We do have one dog, a black lab named Lucy, that we love very much. So in my spare time, like most Marines, I enjoy working out. We have a garage gym in our house. I listen to a lot of sports and investing podcasts. And I'm teaching interestingly enough, I'm teaching myself how to play the banjo. And of course, I love watching college football. But going back to my height. So my height has helped me in many ways. I would say it's certainly helped my basketball career. And I think it's also helped me as a leader, because people will typically follow me or put me in charge, even if I really have no idea what I'm doing, just because I'm tall. But the one thing, or being tall isn't everything. I haven't bought a pair of pants in a store in 25 years. I have to order all my clothes online. I haven't bought a pair of shoes in a store in equally amount of time. And of course, it hasn't helped me with my public speaking skills, which is why I'm here today, to reach a new height, not a physical one, a mental one, and to become a better public speaker. And I look forward to doing that over the next 2 years. Thank you.
I felt so inadequate, completely inadequate trying to evaluate John's speech from down there. I might have started mumbling, or I just might have started crying or something, I don't know. But that really felt good. I may have to give a speech from there coming up. That was really marvelous, looking down at all of you. This was is icebreaker, and as we know, the icebreaker is where the new person in the club gets to introduce him or herself to all of us. It can be done in a number of ways, chronologically, mentioning some key aspects of his or her life. And essentially, you did all of those things very, very nicely. You told us where you were born, what states you were in, your family, where you went to school, and the sports you played. You led off beautifully with the topic in the room, the elephant in the room, namely, how tall are you and do you play basketball? We all would have been thinking that. So great beginning, great sense of humor as well. Some suggestions to be a little better next time. You do have a tendency to rock and shift your weight, which you may not have been aware of. So remember, whether you're 6'7" or a little shorter, as I am, I'm about 6'5", I think. You want to stand with both feet planted. And that's not to say later, as we get more sophisticated, we can't move around. But the shifting around with our feet is a little bit like moving our hands. It's distracting. And it takes away from the power of your speech. The other suggestion I have is written down on that agenda sheet. If you could bring it up for me, thank you. Which is you could pause a little bit more. You could pause to get more out of the laughs that you got from us. And you could also calm down. There's a little bit of nervousness, natural for the first speech. Actually, very little nervousness, but if you pause more and breathe more, that all goes away. I particularly like the way you ended this. There was a sense of humility about it. There was a sense of, we are looking forward to hearing a lot more speeches from this person, because if he's this good now, wow. Madam Trustee.